let's have an honest conversation about conformity. I think this is something that we don't really think about much as people because we've got so much occupying our lives, but I felt like it was important. See, I was recently journaling about certain beliefs that I've developed over the past few years, of whether that's being in the education system, of whether that's going to uni, whether that's hanging around the people that I do. I've developed certain beliefs in my life. And those beliefs are given to me in one way or the other by society, by conditioning, things like that. Yeah, most of these beliefs are trash because none of these beliefs actually are going to benefit me in the long run because they're going to cause me to become just like everybody else. That's conformity. Humans are social creatures and we've always operated in communities. We don't really operate alone. We're not isolated. We hate isolation, in fact. When we need to operate in a community, you need to have something binding the community together, whether that's values, whether that's beliefs, whether that's actions, whatever it is. There's got to be something common within that community. And sometimes, if you act against the beliefs and the values of that particular community, you are going to be exiled in one way or the other, whether that's a physical exile like back in the day, or whether now it's like a digital exile from everybody else or people that you know. So, in order to ensure that we don't get exiled, we conform to a lot of opinions and a lot of beliefs, regardless of whether we have them or not. And we inculcate that into our own brains. I was thinking about things like this growing up because nobody ever taught me to develop my own opinions. It's always, this is right, this is wrong, think this way, because if you think this way, you're a bad person, and being a bad person makes you become disliked by people. So, in order to follow through with that, we think exactly like everybody else. We conform to the opinions of society and we conform in order to be allowed to participate in social situations. But that doesn't sit right with me because it feels like I'm living the life that somebody else is predestined for me. Somebody else has written it for me, saying these are your beliefs, these are your opinions, this is how you should go through life. Starting a business is risky. Get a job instead because it's safe, because that's what most people do. That's all right. You can eat junk food because it's common. Everybody has it. That's all right. You can go drink just like everybody else because it's completely normal. Do I look happy being normal? Is this giving me a sense of happiness? Are the people that are actually living normal happy themselves, or is it more of a herding effect, where none of them are happy, but no one's brave enough to voice it out because they think everyone else is happy with it. There's a name of that phenomenon in psychology, but I can't remember. But yeah, and it got me thinking. It's in order to be successful in any venture of life, and fuck successful, put successful aside. In order to live a life where I feel fulfilled, I have to live according to my beliefs and my opinions. In order to do that, I need to cross this fear of exile. I need to cross this fear of being disliked. I need to cross this fear of being judged. How do I do that? How do I cross that? The easiest way I think of changing any behavior is making it the easiest way moving forward. Because when you do that, your brain tricks itself into thinking that there's no friction in doing so. Therefore, you opt the path of least resistance. That's how our brains work, right? We opt the path of least resistance. So if a change is easier to do, then your brain will probably do it. So how do I word it to myself? It reminds me of an old quote that I read when I was younger. It's you're either at peace with the world, you're at war with yourself, or you're at peace with yourself and at war with the world. There are two options in life. I think I'll pick the latter. I definitely think I'll pick the latter. I'd rather stand on my beliefs, I'd rather stand on my opinions, and I'd rather live life on my terms than having to live life from a fear and a scarcity mindset of losing people or being judged or being disliked. One of the reasons I haven't been able to film YouTube videos as much as I'd like to lately is purely because of this belief. Unconsciously, it's because of this belief. Consciously, I'm somehow making rational decisions and points as to why I shouldn't film today and why I should film tomorrow instead. It's bullshit. It's all beliefs. And I've fucked myself over multiple times just by thinking like this. I don't want to conform. Because frankly, on the inside, everyone's a unique person. Everyone's a unique individual, but we're not allowed to express that because we have to bound ourselves to certain values, certain beliefs, and just admit that they're right, even though they're beliefs, that they're opinions. So I'm going to free myself from the shackles of these beliefs. I'm going to say I'm going to do something risky. I will start a business. I will live differently to most people because I frankly don't want to end up like them. Most people I look around, I'm not envious, I'm not jealous, I'm just there. I'm just sat there looking. I don't want to end up like most people. Even most successful people I don't want to end up like. I don't I don't care to be the guy that's like worked for like 30, 40 years of his life sacrificing time away from family and time away from living, and he celebrates it with like a nice car or like a nice house. Like that's not what I want to do. At least not right now. No. I'm gonna live life on my own terms and I'm going to continue growing because I love growing. I love the journey of learning and growing and turning myself into the best version that I possibly can. I've been on this journey for about 4 years and I'm practically unrecognizable to myself in the mirror these days. I want to push it. I want to see how far I can go with this. Of course, I can't really go full time on this just yet because obviously you've got responsibilities, you've got work, you've got uni, you've got whatever you've got, right? But I'm going to make some time for myself to make sure that I'm consistent with this because these are my beliefs. I will not conform to the opinions and beliefs of society anymore. I won't because I don't want to end up like most of them. I want to be different. And if I have to be different, I have to do things differently. I can't eat, sleep, shower, spend time with people just like everybody else and expect to be any different. I can't. And I've often found from personal experience and anecdotally from people that I've met that these periods of extreme focus and discipline is what yields results. And I love being in these periods of extreme focus and discipline. Like I genuinely love it. Like once one of those phases are over in life, I genuinely miss it. So yeah, I'm okay with being at war with the world, but I want peace with myself. I want to go to bed knowing that I'm living the life on my own terms and not on the terms that were dictated to me from society from the day I was born. Things are going to be different. My life will be different. The more I'm saying this out loud, the better it sounds and the nicer it sounds and the more it becomes the path of least resistance. That's what I want it to become. In essence, as I'm filming these videos and as I'm talking to you, I'm conditioning myself to believe in my own beliefs now by rejecting the beliefs and opinions that are thrown upon me by society before. It feels good. It feels good to be freed from the shackles. I'm excited to see where this goes. I'm excited to see how much more I'm going to change. If you watched this long, thank you. And I really do hope that the value or the meaning that you can take away from this video, whatever it is, I want you to contextualize this into your own life and see how it fits. If you want to live just like everybody else, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not going to demonize it. Completely fine. Everybody has different priorities. Me personally, I don't want to live like that. I don't care to be flaunting my wealth. I don't care to have a good car. I don't care to have a nice house. I just care about freedom. I want my time. I want my time back. That's it for me. Bye bye.